I'm going to put one close to them.
That's good, but get ready to run.
Why?
They might shoot back.
Oh.
¡Atires, hermano! ¡Somos amigos! Don't shoot your brother!
Prove it! We shoot first and ask questions later. Who are you? Gringo lovers? Friends of Carranza?
Carranza! We follow Pancho Villa and probably fought a lot better than you did at Agua Prieta.
You talk big! How do we know you fought in Agua Prieta?
Our eyes are red and full of dust. What more proof do you want?
What do you think, Felipe? Should we let them come up?
Might as well. If their eyes are red and dusty, they were there all right.
All right, hombre! All right! You can come up! But don't try anything! We got 50 guns trained on you!
Alto. I have a message for Villa.
Pass it.
To think the Americanos could arrest me after all the patience I've shown. I agree not to molest Americanos in Mexico.
Yes. And you agreed to let them mine for gold. Let them live. Let them exploit. And what do they do in return?
Don't interrupt me, Fierro. Then they loaned them railroads to the rotten Carrancistas. And as if that wasn't bad enough, they let them cross American territories and American railroads to get behind us and give us the only beating we've ever suffered.
Dirty Americanos.
Gringos! Who can trust them? I would sooner trust Obregón than trust a gringo.
Permítame, General. We have changed the guard at the Craig, and we brought in 2 more stragglers.
Muy bueno. How many troops does this give us?
Well, at first we thought they were Carrancistas. So my compadre here, he put a bullet right
I asked
there.
you a question, stupido. Why don't you answer me?
Perdón, mi General. I forgot the question.
I guess you all know by now why we lost at Agua Prieta. The storm that hit us during the battle was bad enough. We couldn't do anything about that.
But we can do something about the treacherous gringos who lend their railroads to our enemies.
The Americanos in Mexico shall feel the iron hand of Pancho Villa. My patience is reached an end.
General, I remember the question.
All right, Animal. What was it?
Well, you asked me how many troops we have in this place, and I have the pleasure of reporting that we not have quite 100 who are fit for battle.
We are not going to fight a battle, stupido. We're going to kill Americanos.
We just in a canteen and having a couple of drinks, General.
Tell it to El Presidente Wilson. They say you gringos are good runners, no?
What do you mean by that?
Give you a chance to save your lives. See that little wall over there? If you can reach that little wall and get over it before a little bullet catches you, you are free to go. Comprende?
My dear brothers and sisters, before we take the sacrament, may I bring you greetings from our American brothers and sisters in Las Colonias, Juarez, and Dublin, where I visited with them recently. I want to... Pedro, my little brother, will you close the door, please? Do not be afraid, brothers and sisters. The soldiers will not harm you. They are only looking for Americans.
It's Pancho Villa.
In contrast to the revolutionaries and politicals who are killing Americans in Mexico, the saints of God believe in loving all men. I pray that someday soon our beloved Mexico may live in peace.
We hope that you will enjoy your stay here, Brother Morales. We want you to feel at home with us.
Gracias, señora.
Your mother and I are going to go visit Sister Martinez. She is ill. We won't be too long.
Muy bien.
Adios.
Pasen buenos días.
Buenos días.
It's good to have you come so far to visit our little flock.
The pleasure is mine, Rafael.
I apologize for the presence of troops in our village, especially on the Lord's Day. But you know how it is with these armed uprisings and all.
Do not apologize, mi amigo. I am very glad to be here. Besides, who knows the minds of the revolutionaries?
How different these men seem now. Our little band seems to soothe the savage heart.
Thank heaven for it. At least it keeps their minds off killing Americans.
Would that every man might be so peaceful and content.
I scored.
Let me through, please. This is my store and it's closed on the Sabbath.
Maybe close to some people, gringo lover, but today everything is open to the soldiers, and free, too.
There's the one, mi general. Arrest him.
You Rafael Monroy.
Si, senor.
This is your friend Morales.
That is right.
Well, you're both under arrest.
On what charge?
This lady, your neighbor, says you're Carrancistas. And also that you joined that strange sect known as the Mormons.
The first part of the charge is false. I deny that we are now or ever have been followers of Carranza. As to the charge of being Mormons, we follow Jesus Christ. Some call us Mormons.
Well, you're both under arrest. Search them for weapons. The Bible. Book of Mormon.
These are the only weapons I carry. They are the arms of truth against error.
Take them away.
Ahora sí ya le gané.
Ya le ganamos, compadre.
Tengo suerte.
Otro trago. Este es un trago, compadre.
Oye, muchachos, these gringo lovers should have been along when we killed those 20 Americanos at the mines, huh?
I tell you, compadres, we will not stop till every Americano is driven out of Mexico, or better still, dead.
See, I overheard Los Generales planning our next raid, the one against the Mormons.
Tell us all about it, compadre.
They live in Dublin and Juarez, north of here. We'll drive these gringos completely out of our country forever.
Yeah.
And if they resist, we will kill them all.
Aye.
That will teach the American government to stop helping Carranza.
President Bentley.
Well, hello, Bert.
Howdy, President.
How was your trip?
Pretty good, except for some rumors I heard on the way back.
Rumors?
I expect they're more than rumors. A fellow up the sawmill said Pancho Villa's on the rampage and is killing Americans.
What seems to be his trouble?
Seems to be in reprisal for President Wilson's helping the Federalistas. They even say he's heading this way. Suppose he'll bother us?
Oh, I hardly think so. We've always played fair with Pancho Villa. He's always been good to our people.
Yes, but if he's down on Americans, he may take his revenge out on us. And we're defenseless since they took our guns away.
It's possible, Bert, so you'd better keep an ear to the ground. They may give us some trouble down this way. I don't think we have anything to worry about. See you later, Bert.
So long, brother.
There must be some way. That's it. Pedro is the answer.
Pedro?
Pedro, yes, my little brother, don't you see?
Yeah, muchacho. Where are you going? What you got there?
That's food for my brother.
Food. Give me here.
That's not yours, that's my brother's.
Hey, muchacho. Your mother, she's a good cook, huh?
That's all right, Pedro. Come here. Pedro, you must listen carefully and do exactly as I say. It is a matter of life and death. You must take my horse Lucero and ride like the wind to Dublin. Go straight to the Mormon Presidente Bentley. You take good care of our mother, comprende?
See.
Tell the Presidente that you are my brother and that I sent you. Tell him that Pancho Villa's army is coming to Dublin on the night after tomorrow to kill them all and to burn the town. Tell them that we'll be praying for them. Comprende?
But why are they keeping you and Vicente in jail?
Who knows why the generals do things? Some say it's because of political reasons, and maybe because we are members of the Lord's true church.
But I am afraid for you, Rafael.
Do not be afraid. Whatever happens will be the Lord's will. Now you must go, Pedro. The Lord be with you. Pero apúrate.
Lucero's gone. What has happened to him?
The soldados have taken him. They have taken everything, and the worst is yet to come.
I've got to find the horse, Mama. I must find the Las Colonias on a special errand for Rafael.
Oh, Pedro, I'm so frightened for you.
Do not worry, my Mama. The Lord will be with me.
Vete con Dios, hijo mío.
Quiet, muchacho. Have you no respect for the dead?
Senor Villa!
¿Qué quiere, muchacho?
This man, he stole my horse, Lucero.
Is that true, General Sandoval?
Not exactly steal. I just took him. You know, as they say, all is fair in love and war.
See, our war is with the Carrancistas and the gringos. But we do not steal from our own people, and especially a nice muchacho like this one. Give him back his horse.
But, General!
Come to think of it, compadre, you owe this muchacho 20 pesos for rent of his horse.
But, General,
Don't give me any excuses, Sandoval. Pay the boy.
Muchas gracias, mi General.
General, would you like to buy a burro?
Vámonos!
Then if you are not Carrancistas as you claim, what are you? Where do your political sympathies lie?
We are loyal to Mexico.
Don't be stupid. Everyone claims to be loyal to Mexico. Which political leader do you follow?
We follow Jesus Christ.
Who in all Mexico does not follow him? And I come to the second charge. The charge that you are Mormons. Is this not true?
We are members of Christ's true church.
I feel sorry for you, my friend. I had to stay behind and take care of you while the others went gringo hunting. This spoils my fun. I will give you exactly 3 days to think this over. If in this time you do not deny this strange new religion, you and your compadre there will die.
No lo puedo creer. I'm here only 24 hours and he has grown up. Soon he'll be working in the store with me. How's little Maria?
She is well. She wanted to come, but I was afraid I could not get her to leave.
Rosita,
Yes, my husband?
if everything goes well, we should be out of here in a few days. But if anything should happen...
Don't say that, Raphael. If anything happened to you, I couldn't go on.
You would have to go on, mi vida. You would have to look after the children. But no matter what happens to me, I know all will be well with you. And I want you to know that I love you and the children with all my heart. You say you think Pedro got away all right?
He's been gone for hours. Oh, I pray that he will arrive in Dublin safely.
How'd it go today, Willie? Did you get those last rolls over by the fence?
Yeah, and a good thing, too. That morning glory's just about taken over. Boy, I'm hungry, Mom. What's for supper?
Beans.
Again? Hoe 'em all day, water 'em all night, eat 'em every meal. But you know what? I like 'em.
4, 5 potatoes. I'll get it. Hello?
Pardon me, could you tell me where the State Presidente lives, Senora Bentley?
2 minutes. I'll ask Mama. Mama, there's a boy at the door who wants to know where the state president lives.
Ask him to come in.
Mom says come in.
You're looking for President Bentley? See, the state president is in town. I believe he's at the tithing office meeting with our bishopric. They're probably still there. That's the white 2-story place on the next corner.
Muchas gracias, Senora.
Are you a Mormon?
See, my brother is branch president at Santa Ana.
You've come all the way from there? Why, that must be close to 40 miles. How'd you get here?
On a horse, my brother's horse.
You rode all that distance today?
See, Senora, it is a matter of life and death.
Well, that's the story of Mexico. You must be starved.
See, Senora, I am very hungry.
Well, you go take care of your business with the president, and then come back here and eat with us and stay the night. You can't ride back in the dark.
Very good, Bishop. If we get all the reports in, we'll be ready to forward them to Salt Lake. I think... Come in.
Perdóname, señores. I am looking for El Presidente Bentley.
Oh, that's me, Holden. Come in. Oh, you can speak freely, boy. This is Bishop Call, and these men are his counselors.
My name is Pedro Jose Monroy. I have just come from Santa Ana, where my brother, he is branch presidente.
Oh, yes, Elder Monroy. He was just here recently.
He has been put in jail by the Villistas and heard them planning to raid the colonies. They are riding this way and should be here by tomorrow night. They boasted that they would burn down the town. My brother, he fears for your lives.
Then the rumors are true. Thank you for coming all this way to tell us this. Do you have a place to stay tonight?
See, the nice lady next to the store asked me to stay with them tonight.
That would be Sister Chambers.
Good. Thank your brother for us, Pedro, when you see him. And may the Lord bless you for what you've done. Do you mind waiting here a few minutes? We may have some questions. Why don't you sit here?
What do we do, President? We can't fight. We have no guns.
We have a few. When the Federalistas took our guns away, some of us held out a dozen or so rifles and buried them. It's a good thing we did, too.
That's not many guns, but they could help us get as far as the mountains. Why don't we call the people together and pass out the rifles and make a run for it?
Now, let's be calm, brethren.
Calm? With Villa and his army on the other side of the mountain?
We call ourselves saints, President, but we're still men, too, and our families depend upon us for protection. One honk mill's enough. Let's get out of here.
Yes, we could make a run for it. That's one alternative. But there must be other choices.
What other choice is there? To stay here would be suicide. At least some could get away.
Bishop, when you were chosen to lead these people, you were given the right to special inspiration concerning them. Advise.
I believe, brethren, the Lord called us to make for a purpose. And I don't believe that purpose was for us to be exterminated. Just how the Lord expects us to solve this problem, I don't know. But one thing he has promised us is, ask, and it shall be given you. Brethren, let us ask the Lord.
That's exactly the way I feel, Bishop. Let us kneel in prayer. Pedro, would you join us?
Is it nearly ready, Mama? I'm starved.
It won't be long now. But we must wait for Pedro. He's been riding all day. I'm sure he's hungrier than we are.
How could he be? What if he doesn't come back?
He'll come back, all right. Now, shoo, all of you. Get away from this stove and pick up your things. This is no way to greet our guests.
I feel deeply impressed that we should notify all the saints immediately to join with us in fasting and prayer for the next 24 hours. Brethren, we need to fast and pray as we have never done before.
Ooh, that's hot. Go on, Pedro. We're listening.
And they say they'll kill all the men and run off with the women and burn the town.
Will they, Ma? Do you think they will?
I don't know what they'll do, son. We'll just trust in the Lord and our leaders. I'm sure we'll be all right. Sit up to the table, children. I'll dish up. Pedro, would you like to sit at the head of the table? You're our guest of honor tonight.
Perdóname, Senora. Please don't give me any food. The stake president wants all the saints to fast and pray.
All right. If that's what the president wants us to do, that's what we'll do.
But, Mama, all I had for lunch was a couple of dried-up tacos.
Well, that's more than Pedro had.
But I haven't even started to fast yet, and already I feel like I'm starving.
The Savior fasted for 40 days. I'm sure we can fast a day or two when we need the help of the Lord so much.
I'll get it. Hello, Brother Brown.
Listen, Willie, I can't stop, but tell your mother Pancho Villa's on the rampage. He's headed this way. He's threatening the town. Bishop Call wants all the folks to meet tomorrow morning in front of the tithing office at 10 o'clock. Most important of all, he wants everyone to fast and pray for protection.
Yeah, we know.
don't blame Diaz. Well, look what the U.S. government did to him. House Carranza's troops on American trains, helped whip him. He hates Americans, and for good reason.
That still doesn't justify his killing women and children.
Well, war does crazy things to people.
Yeah, I suppose.
Josie's expecting any day now. She can't go away in that condition.
Well, maybe they're not as bad as they're painted. No, it could be worse. Maybe they only want supplies.
It's a desperate situation. What are we waiting for, anyway? I say we ought to be heading out of here as fast as we can. We're wasting valuable time. If we stay here, it appears to me that we're going to be slaughtered.
Settle down, brother. Our leaders know what they're doing. Let's wait to hear what they have to say.
Brothers and sisters, I know you're concerned at the serious news we've received. We're living in perilous times. War is ravaging our beloved Mexico. The forces of death and hell are being unleashed in all their fury. I won't minimize the great peril we're in. Our very lives are in danger. For the past 3 hours, I have been meeting with your bishopric. We have met together in the spirit of fasting and prayer, seeking wisdom from our Heavenly Father. In this same spirit, you have gathered here to receive guidance from your leaders. We feel deeply the responsibility which rests upon us. And with what wisdom we possess, we have discussed fully the alternatives open to us. There are those who would have us flee to the mountains. But if Villa's army wanted to track us down, they'd have no trouble finding us. They know every rock and tree in this country. There's really no place to hide. Besides, our people would suffer greatly. We have always received great blessings through keeping the principle of the fast. And now in this crisis, we are brought to a complete realization of our dependence upon the Lord and His mercies. And through fasting and prayer, we are made sufficiently humble to approach His great throne for guidance. It was through fasting and prayer that many great men, both in the Bible and the Book of Mormon, received aid from God. Listen to the promise of Amaleki to the Nephites. Yea, come unto him, and offer your whole souls as an offering unto him, and continue in fasting and praying, and endure to the end. And as the Lord liveth, ye will be saved. Saved in God's kingdom? Yes, but more literally, too. As your leaders, we feel inspired to promise you that if we draw close to the Lord, the danger that now threatens will be dispelled. Our homes, our families, our lives will be spared. Continue in fasting and praying and endure to the end. And as the Lord liveth, ye will be saved. Go to your homes, remain calm, and go about your business as usual. Do your chores early, and remember your family prayers. And when the fast is over, we'll bring the food we saved by fasting to the chapel for distribution to the less fortunate. Giving is an important part of the fast. In the words of King Benjamin in the Book of Mormon, and now if God doth grant unto you whatsoever ye ask that is right, oh, then how ye ought to impart of the substance that ye have, one to another. And now, in this hour of peril, let us call on Brother Skousen to lead us in singing the hymn that buoyed up the pioneers in their darkest hours. Come, come, ye saints. Come, come, ye saints, no toil nor labor.
Look, Felipe. Look at all those rich Mormons. And just think, Felipe, in every house there will be some food. Tacos, enchiladas, and tostadas, and frijoles. Ay, Felipe, I think I'm starving.
I see. The army soup doesn't stick to your ribs very long.
Shadow soup. Felipe, do you know how to cook shadow soup?
No, how you do that?
Well, I want to tell you. You get yourself a chicken, huh? And then you hang it over a kettle of water. And when the shadow of the chicken comes a couple of green chilies. How long does he expect us to travel on empty stomach?
I don't know. Well, we better be getting back, or the horses might ride with empty saddles. Rico, where did you get that watch?
From the Gringo Mormon. I told you, Felipe. All the Mormons have a gold watch.
I never had a watch like that.
Amigo, tonight, all of us will have a gold watch. And a belly full of food, too. But we better be getting back. It's late.
Come in. Oh, hello, Bert.
These men are getting ready to break camp, and then they're coming here. President, I was able to get close and even heard their threats. I know you promised us safety, but shouldn't we do something? Anything. Gather the few guns we have.
Guns are not the answer. Thank you for the information, Bert. Post your scouts at each end of town and keep me informed of any new developments. I'll be right here.
You come in from the east. Lopez, you come in from the south.
$300.
I'll come in from the north. And we'll surround them.
General, this will be one of the easiest raids we ever made. The Mormons are waiting like doves in a thicket. There will be no resistance.
Good work, soldados. Okay, muchachos, you got your orders. Kill all the gringos. ¡Pronto, los caballos! ¡Pronto, todos, pronto! ¡Vamos, muchachos, adelante!
Rafael, compadre, are you awake?
See? How can one sleep at a time like this?
Do you think he will really go through with it? I don't think that even Pietro would kill us because of our religion. I just suppose he would. What would we do? What would you do?
I have asked myself the same questions. I have a good wife. I would like to see my children grow tall. For them, I want to live. But the Lord has given me a testimony. To deny it, that would be worse than death.
I admit I'm afraid, Raphael. I don't want to die. Since I joined the church, I've just begun to live. But not for a whole parade of years would I give up one single moment of this truth.
Do you remember the stories of Daniel from the Bible?
The one they put in the lion's den?
That's right. Daniel used to fast often so he could be closer to the Lord.
Is that why the lions didn't eat him?
I think so. Remember, President Bentley promised us that if we draw near to the Lord, we too will be saved.
Just like Daniel?
Just like Daniel.
But, Mama, I'm so hungry. I've got a pain.
Kathy, dear, when people want something so much they're willing to go without food to obtain it, then the fast becomes like a prayer, and the Lord will hear our prayers. And the food we don't eat, we'll donate to the people in the colony who are poor.
Well, since Father died, aren't we poor?
It may seem like we're poor, but think of all the things the Lord has given us. We have each other. We have our health. We have this good roof over our heads. We have the gospel. We're very rich. Now, children, should we have our prayer? Our Father in heaven, in this time of trouble, we ask for thy special blessing. Thou knowest we are here alone, our husband and father having been called home to thee. Thou knowest we have every reason to be frightened because of the threat which hangs over us.
But we have always placed our confidence and trust in thee. We know that thou art in the heavens and watching over us.
And we know that you can protect us as thou hast done in the past.
But if in thy wisdom our lives be taken, let thy will be done.
We thank thee for our food and our clothing and all the good things thou hast given us.
And be with the saints in this hour of their need. Turn away the destroyer for their sake, that their lives may be spared. And if it be thy will, grant that Vicente and myself should also be spared. But as in all things, let thy will be done, our Father. We pray in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Pedro.
Can I see you in a minute?
Why, of course. Come on in. Shouldn't you be in bed?
I can't sleep. I'm worried about my brother and Vicente.
Yes, I'm concerned about them, too. Here, sit here, Pedro. Let's have a talk.
Do you think General Fierro will kill my brother Rafael?
I don't know. I hardly think so.
But he's a bad man. Pancho Villa would not do this. But I am afraid of Fierro.
Pedro, no matter what happens, I do know there are worse things than death. Many people have given their lives for the gospel. The prophet Joseph and Hiram and many others. Out of these sacrifices have come greatness.
You do not understand. Rafael is such a good man.
I know. Pedro, sooner or later we must all die. None of us know exactly when. But the scriptures tell us that to those who die in the Lord, death shall be sweet. We must not give up hope, Pedro. But in all things we must say, thy will be done.
Caramba, the Carrancistas got here first. They are camping at the hillsides waiting for us.
General, that looks more like brush fires to me.
No, those are campfires. Here, wait. Hey, Brutus, why don't you tell me the Carrancistas got here before me? Don't you see the campfires? They're waiting for us, just like they did in Aguapieta, and me with a handful of men.
But General, we didn't see a soul. Like I told you, the streets were deserted. Felipe, don't I speak the truth? See?
What time did you leave here?
Oh, he was... I go and watch.
Get out of my sight, stupidos. Oh, well, there are plenty more gringos. We go. Vámonos.
Bert, come on in. President, they've gone. Villa was here, but he's gone.
Gone? How do you know?
Well, it was like this. They pulled up to a knoll at the north end of town, and I crawled up as close as I dared. Well, there were these brush fires on the hills to the west, and they just kept staring at them. Finally, they just wheeled around and headed east. Vamoose, the whole bunch of them.
Do you think they'll be back?
I doubt it. I followed them for about 10 miles. President, if you want my opinion, for some strange reason, those fires saved us.
Not the fires, Bert. The Lord saved us.
I'm sorry you can't stay with us longer, Pedro, but I know how anxious you are to get back.
See, I am very worried about my brother Rafael.
I want you to take this to eat on the way.
Muchas gracias, senora.
Is your brother sick or something?
He's in jail. I'm afraid of what they're going to do to him. I must go now.
Give him a leg up, Willie. Pedro, vaya con Dios.
¡Saquen los presos!
Salgan, ándale pronto. Pronto.
Adelante. Ya.
husband and the father of my children. Do not take his life, please. And we will go far away, I swear it. Think of his mother. Think of your own mother and remember how she loved you.
It is their decision. I have offered them their lives. I'll give you a last chance. Leave this new religion and you can go.
General Fierro, this we cannot do. We cannot deny Jesus Christ nor his church, nor the testimony we have of its truth.
Fools! And you must suffer the consequences. Do you have one final request?
Si, senor. I would like to pray.
Well, pray. Pray and get it over with.
Our Father in heaven, we approach Thee in the final moments of our lives. Bless us with strength. And now forgive these men who are about to take away our lives. May their own lives come under Thy influence. Bless our families with health and strength, that they may lead good lives, pleasing unto Thee. Senores, we are ready.
¡Preparen! ¡Apunten! ¡Ya!
I'm grateful, my brothers and sisters, that I'm able to be with you at this time. The saints in Dublin send their love and sympathy. We all join with you in your sorrow. But you know, the Lord demands much from his children. And we in our weakness can't always understand why. Even now, we're not out of danger, my brothers and sisters. We must rely on the Lord. Pray without ceasing. Keep the law of the fast. It's a simple thing to sacrifice food for a time, but it's a sacrifice acceptable to the Lord, and all blessings are predicated on a law. But Raphael and Vicente obeyed an even greater law, how fit to spare our people. Your two brethren had a choice. They could have denied their faith and been allowed to live, but rather than save their lives on this earth, they chose to secure their lives in the Lord, eternally. Their work will go on, as the prophet Joseph's work went on after him, and much good will come from what they did. As for us whom the Lord spared, may we live, my brothers and sisters, as worthily as they died. And may the Lord bless this household. Keep the commandments of the Lord.